What's going on, guys? It's Crunchbeats here of the Arcadia Network, logging in and pushing start on a brand new game, and possibly a brand new series here for the channel, with Honkai Impact 3rd, Part 2. Now, if I have not yet uploaded Part 1 to this channel, I will be surprised. But if you are seeing this after I've uploaded the entirety of Part 1, hi! Welcome to something that was recorded prior, and hello there, Lucina! How you doing? Welcome on in. I'm currently streaming this live over on Twitch. If you guys haven't already taken the opportunity, come find us over on our Twitch channel where we get streams like this. Now, the hopes are that we can actually get this out as a series. However, we have some concerns today that I'm going to see, does it play? Does it play into it? Heavens, this might not be even uploaded if the problems are too persistent, that being the resin system and the time gating system. Being that, if I can only do like half an hour of story and it takes about 7 streams to get through one chapter, when I could do that entire chapter in one stream, I might just end up only playing Part 2 after completing Part 1. Now, one big issue I want to bring up here, and I think, Honkai, you need to change this. Chapter 1, go and do Chapter 1-1. It still costs energy resource. Okay? That's a little cheeky, that. I want to replay it so we have stuff in chronological order. I don't gain anything out of playing it again. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's hop in. Now, if the volumes are weird, please let me know. Some of it is going to be very loud. The cutscenes in this game are extremely loud. Okay, cutscenes are loud in this game. Do I have to meow? I don't want to meow meow. Oh, my controller died on me. Hang on. Me? What? What? Oh, I was a cat. Was I a cat this entire time? Excuse me, but it's closing time. Oh, is it that late already? Sorry. No worries. You're always welcome back. Is it like a cat cafe library mix? Also, I thought we got to choose between a male or female here. What's going on? Why am I automatically female? I remember seeing there was a male variant of this character, unless we're about to be isekai'd. So, I will say, I've tried a little bit of this, and they have changed quite a bit in terms of controls. Not going to complain about it. It's actually kind of fun. Oh. Okay, yeah, they definitely have taken some Star Rail inspiration here. Well, I say Star Rail inspiration. A lot of it would also be inspired from, I am not reading all that, inspired from the post-Honkai Impact storyline. So it looks like we are returning to, or keeping with, open world. The kind of open world exploration that was introduced back in, somewhere in Part 1. Teleport stakes. So you're going to tell me there's a map here as well. If I press this, there's a map. No, you just take me back to the menu. There's the map. Oh. Okay, so hopefully this is less for missions and more for a challenge, because usually each story comes with its own set of challenges you can do, so. I do like that they've increased, walking speed here. Although, I will say, I feel like the camera is too close to the character after playing things like Star Rail for so long. Whoa. What was that? So I didn't listen to any of what this was, what was going on story-wise, so this is cool. Huh? Was that all just a figment of my imagination? The day before yesterday, I did stay up all night to finish a major assignment. So tired. I should hurry home and get some sleep. One of the enrollment gifts from the Data Research Institute, blushing astroscope. Although it did not have much practical use in the bubble universe that followed the Great Eruption, that is the end of the first story, the Data Research Institute in Oxia City still carried on the tradition of giving each graduate student an astroscope as a symbol of encouragement. Remembering history is the essence of data. I sleep. I want to say, we've been Spider-Versed. Oh god, we've been Spider-Versed. Have you ever marveled at the starry sky and how it came to be? It's as beautiful as life itself, yet eternal like death. Oh yeah, no. As expected with Honkai, there's going to be a ton of versions of these same characters. I mean, I don't know if you've seen, leaks are now starting to come out that a lot of the Astral Express characters will be getting skins in very soon. And Bronya and Zila will be getting swimsuits, alts, down the line. I don't know how that's really going to work with a game like that compared to a game like this, but... it's Ho-Yo. Skins will make them a little bit of money, not as much as the characters, but... Boop. Whoa. Mars! Under the starry sky, the world has long been dead, and civilization reduced to nothing but a mere illusion. Despite all of that, you still wish to seek your own future, do you not? This is merely a dream, but with it, you can see the end of time. This planet. That's Luoxing, a planet-sized tomb for civilians. It was called Mars before. What happened? Because of the Great Eruption? Yes, yes. I know that for you, existence of the sky and ocean is common sense. However, from the perspective of this universe, this world, which is now called Mars by outsiders, has had its final civilization drifting in the Sea of Quanta for far too long. From Lunae to Elysium, from Phoenix to Arcadia? What am I doing there? My god. I didn't even know about that. No correlation. The once vibrant Olympus is now cold and desolate, and those fantastic auroras have long since vanished without a trace. All civilizations and all forms of life disappeared from the universe eons ago, leaving only specks of light scattered between dimensions. So it's fair to also say that, so as we know, Part 1's Welt is the Welt in Star Rail. A lot of this, right now, could also connect to Star Rail. So Star Rail fans, keep an eye, keep an ear. Now, they are separate universes, but when you are going through, you know, when you're traveling through the universe, you might come across another one. Of course, for your people, this is all fairly recent history. Merely 100 years ago or so. Time also bifurcates. and leads to countless futures. After a long distortion, you finally appeared in this dream, and therefore awoke me. Kiana? Is that Kiana? I cannot remember her voice. What exactly is this? Within the depths of this dream, we will form a covenant to save civilizations. Come, I stand before you. Touch! Okay. Okay, new character maybe? Hello? Oh, you're the new girl! Red Alicia! Hi! Hello there. You were the one who dreamt of me. Our times are not yet synchronized. However, in any case, I've been waiting for you. Waiting for me? Why? Who are you exactly? What is happening? If it is indeed correct that all truths need to be conveyed through rituals and covenants, then would you like to dance with me? Nilu? Yeah, I'll get the dance mat. Sure, you can keep up. Well, apparently I know the dance without trying. I mean, I'm canoning her dance moves at least. So... the problem is with that, with spinning, at least in my case, I can get very ill off that, so you better watch it, or they'll be sick covering this dance floor, and I don't think you want that. Okay. Not even listening. She's ahead in the clouds again. My god. This is gonna have to be performed at the Honkai Impact 3rd concert this year. And they'll probably get a ballet dancer in to do this actual choreography. Oh my goodness. Considering this is likely mocapped as well. This is likely all mocapped. And suddenly, Sword Art Online. Oh my god, please tell me these are locations we're going to be visiting. One thing I do love is you can tell that this team works a lot closer with the Star Rail team than the Genshin team. And you can tell it in the presentation. You can. It's making me all giddy. I can't wait to see what all this plays for. Can you hear it? The sea is singing with voice of fire. Did you see it? I, representing the perishing civilization, hereby form a covenant with you. The future of Luxing or Luxing will be inexorably linked to you, transcending time and space and creating infinite possibilities. Huh? Just, huh? And with that, the work is mostly done. So, what exactly is this covenant? It has to do with saving the world, of course. You say that like it's nothing. Crossing our proper times, your dreams have entered mine. Before you, no one had ever reached this place, and after you, no one shall ever meet me again. You hail from the final reverberations of the world, from the other shore where time is frozen. You're the one I am destined to encounter, the lone echo of this planet. Why? If I had a penny for every time that I was the only destined encounter, my god, I'd have a lot because I play a lot of video games. You're a resident of the bubble universe. Your only home, surrounded by a corner of the Sea of Quanta, known as the ever-changing Sea of Data. Everything so familiar to you can only exist as a glimmer of this planet. But do not fret. I will entrust everything to you. Dreams, the future, and hope. At the end of this covenant, you will, in time, save the world. And in doing so, you'll also save everyone's souls. What is this, Persona? The battle for everyone's soul right now? But I don't even know your name yet. Senadina. Okay, I'll try my... I'm gonna call you Sal for short. Or Senna. Senna! I'm gonna call you Senna. It's gonna be easier, and I'm not gonna trip over foreign names. My name is Senna. It means the glow of faith. My authority, as well as my destiny, lies at the end of the world, where it will shepherd that soul light, which is you. Primo Gems! Oh! This is our token. The final blessing bestowed upon humanity by the world. They're called astral rings. They're the embodiment of the starry sky, the swan song of both heaven and earth. Senna, I'm the girl with the gown. May the most suitable person use them, I believe, but despite being born from the final reverberation, you'll be able to save yourself and the civilization. Now it's time to set off. You'll traverse your own dreams and meet companions from other planets, but before that, can you tell me your name, Dream Seeker? We were gonna be... Your actual name is Entropy, which is one of the corporations in the other one. Well, seeing as I'm playing as a girl for now, we have to be Aoi. Aoi. Okay, I will remember. As the arrangement of the Covenant, I will wait for you on the other side of the stars. I believe in you. That's a mistake! Don't make that mistake! Everyone that's done that has been a mistake! Damn. So what, am I meant to be like the tactician of the group or something? It is said that teenagers are most prone to falling into their dreams. In fact, this is a sign of their bodies growing. At the height of their despair, they'll be surprised to feel the softness of their beds, where they will sigh in relief upon realizing the once terrifying experience is nothing but a harmless illusion. Afterwards, they will marvel at the absurdity of dreams and rediscover that their lives still hold infinite possibilities. I get the feeling it's like interrupting. Rita? Or Vita. I think her name was Vita, if I remember. And Ai-chan, for example, a star whisper born from a dream. Oh my, don't go snooping around over people's screens with your eyes of boding. Besides, this is most certainly beyond its expectations. I'm gonna turn the game down just a tad while it's here, because I feel like it's way too loud, it's like interrupting me. Whether it's a false god of time, the powers are not easily controlled, just like this desert, known to the Earthlings as Sarias Platenia, which must have been enraptured by 1 billion years prior. Back then, even I hadn't been born yet. But if this covenant is faulty since it's the first step, it could be quite interesting, don't you think? What are you thinking, oh my oh so restless guest? Young people have endless potential. I just said it earlier, did I not? So things are actually quite the opposite. Perhaps only with such mind-boggling variables can the Covenant achieve its true values. Within a little boat constructed of pseudo-time crystal, two strangers who met by chance both observed a ripple in the sea of quanta. However, before they truly impact this story, before they Honkai impact this story, let's go back to where the dream began and quietly join a fantastical journey for the young. Anyway, something good's gonna happen right now. Really? She's waking up. Phew. Guess we didn't have to worry too much. It's always a good thing to have one less person slowing us down. Senna? Huh? Do you know me? I'm not sure, but we probably just met in a dream. Okay, play it cool, play it cool, play it cool. What kind of corny pickup line is that? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you. Please, don't take it seriously. Are you not Senadina? My name is indeed that, but I also go by Senna! I'm smart. But I really don't recognize you, and I'm curious. Why were you locked up face to face? Why were we locked up face to face earlier? Well, when I phrase it that way, you're bound to be confused. Here, look. These two accidentally broke our seal, so now we're a team. So that's how getting a team works. Alright, who wants me to break the seal? I need a team. All I can say is things happen. Coralie, you don't have to be so wary. My name is Helia. Eidos Helia. Family name first, given name second. This is my partner, Coralie 6662 Planck. We are Snitchel. Idiot. What's the point in rattling off information they can't comprehend? They're Snitchel Valkyries, right? Is that what you were going to say? The long and short of it is that we are aliens. We found ourselves lost in this quantum space, and by sheer coincidence, we rescued both of you from that cube. Before we get our hopes up, let me ask. Wait a second, did you just say you're aliens? Is that a problem? Someone entrusted me with something in a dream to give you. What's this? Ah, I remember now. They're the astral rings, yes? I just realized she's got like a crack in her chest. Huh? Why do you... Is that not what they're called? That's not what I meant. Didn't you just say you didn't know me? Huh? What do you mean? I really don't know you. In fact, I don't have any memories at all before meeting you guys. It's as if my life started at this very moment. Yet somehow you know my name. Don't you find that strange? I shared the previous dreams with the free. That's rather bizarre indeed. However, the way you talk about Senna and the astral rings doesn't seem like you're lying. True. Additional observation data from the automatic language translator system supports your story. The what now? Aoi has no reason to deceive us. Besides, the astral rings correspond to the constellations up above. How do I know this stuff? Out of curiosity, the redhead girl reaches out for one of the astral rings. However, the instant her finger touches the honorific treasure... Huh? Blast! Is that a Martian Honkai beast? And now we get into the new combat. Including new health bars, new button format. So, getting in here with Senna's battle style. Using a yo-yo is extremely cool, and I vibe with it. And the fact she's also an aerial fighter, I like. I have not yet tried any of the other characters, so... Dealing damage increases astral ring intensity when it reaches maximum. Still outburst mode. So I only know how to play this character to a degree. I call this walking the dog. What do you mean you're not a dog? You're a dog now. So I don't like how they've changed the combo counter in the top left there, but at the same time I can understand why they've made it cleaner and less impactful. Jeez, you give me quite a scare. Fortunately for us, these monsters aren't much of a threat. Are you sure you didn't summon them? Huh? Is that some kind of jinx? That's a bit disheartening. You really need to learn how to take a joke. Anyway, back to the astral rings. The astral rings' power tailors itself to each specific individual. Give yourself a little more credit too. You're the supporting astral art. After all, you also played a crucial role. If that's the case, things just became even more suspicious. You said someone entrusted you with these astral rings in a dream to give them to us. Am I to take that literally? I don't understand it either. Not long ago, I went to bed as usual and dreamt of a dead planet and the series of events that followed. I'm also having to make sense of why I woke up in this unexplored sea of data. Sea of data? Is that the specific name for this quantum space? Yeah, what's up? Nothing. But about that dead planet you mentioned, just be sure, could you sketch it out? We have paper and pen. Sure, but my drawing skills might not be quite up to snuff. This is more or less what it looks like. Wow. That's an impressive amount of detail. You can draw. Thanks, I guess. Just got to clear my throat. It looks a whole lot like Mars to me. Yes. The knowledge you possess is definitely not a result of random fluctuations in the Sea of Quanta. It should be impossible for you to learn the true appearance of this planet. If the bubble universe you're in is as desolate as it seems, then you shouldn't have been able to survive. What I think Korra is trying to say is that through this drawing and your afterrings, you've gained her trust. Sorry, I interrupted Helena's self-introduction earlier. We come from the third planet in the solar system. Just like how you hail from her fourth planet. I suppose each of us could consider the other to be an extraterrestrial. The third planet. The blue planet and the giant greyish satellite, Earth. So there's a civilization on the blue planet. Why are you shocked? Then again, I can understand. We're all in this together, so don't be so hard on me. However, speaking of this is part of our travel log. It might help you more thoroughly understand our origins. Trade, Lander, Hyperion 11. In any case, our common objective ought to be similar. Although there are many mysteries around us, I would not advise staying here for too long. Hey, stop right there! Dog. Dog. Didn't anyone notice? It must have been one of those dogs' howlings that attract the monster. I did hear a growl, so... Did you see it? Oh, we got jumping! We actually have jumping back, right? Just... Astral aura? After interacting... Okay, that's just... Basically, your tutorials are back. The tutorials are back for people that come into play from part 2 onwards. Which I guess makes sense. Don't even think about running. This dog is a villain! Interesting. Get the people from behind me. I'll say there's an enemy over here that I probably need to get. Now I do notice there is a lot of like smaller health bars per enemy, which I think is good. Why does she play like a fighting game character? Like that into the jump. Like the moment she just did the kind of drag down. Oh! Oh dear god, they've totemed. Some enemies have a fortitude meter. Enemies cannot be interrupted until the fortitude meter is broken. Try attacking to reduce. Coralie Seal can reduce it faster after successfully stopping cross attack of the enemies. Inflicts them with fortitude vulnerability. Let's bring her out then. Okay, this is just playing Bayonetta. This is just playing Bayonetta. Bonk. I'm guessing you can make that stronger. I'm guessing you can probably make her hammer attack stronger with a well-timed press. Well, fortunately they weren't too strong. Too bad we let that dog get away. What's the deal with Hummer anyway? I'm more curious about how you knew it was an enemy from the get-go. Thanks to my sense of smell, or a sixth sense? Something like that. Anyway, my senses have never betrayed me. That's because you've only just woken up. Of course they've never betrayed you. You haven't had much experience. But now we've lost track of it. We should decide what direction to take. That way, we won't be tired by unknown enemies from staying in that one place. No one knows for sure, but in the end, you can only accept the answer given by me. Lady Coralie, the almighty Dark Lord. Oh my god, she really is New Bronya. Oh, so there's already an answer? Yeah, yeesh. I guess a sense of humor is one thing you don't at all possess. Fine, I'll keep it strictly fact-based. Skipping past the specific method, the only valid information we can measure at the moment is the quantum potential well, the energy gradient of the space that's trapping us right now. Well, you can imagine this natural trap as a cave. The stream in the cave flows around the terrain. If we were fish in the water, as long as we kept moving with the flow, we could find a way out of the cave. Otherwise, the cave would have completely submerged in water. In other words, as long as we're not at the bottom of an infinite pit, we'll eventually find an exit from this space by moving along the energy gradient of the quantum potential well. It's like running your fingers across the walls of a flat maze. By then, we might have a way to return to the surface of Mars in the proper world, or enter some unknown bubble universe like Aui's homeland. In short, the outcome isn't certain, but the process is. Things related to quantum anything are always like that. Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. Well, while that's not wrong, you better not assume that things are actually going to be as simple as my summary made them out to be. I had to explain it generally and metaphorically, because getting into the nitty-gritty would be too time-consuming. That's okay. Even if you skip all the steps and leap straight to the answer, we'd still trust you as our companion, right? Yeah. Alright. Aoi, do you have anything to add? You refer to the space of the Sea of Data instead of the Sea of Quanta, as they do. Well, I've never encountered a generalized Sea of Quanta before. If I were to explain it based on the knowledge I learned from textbooks, our planet was eroded by the Great Eruption 100 years ago. Thanks to some kind of divine miracle, my homeland managed to survive and currently exists within the confines of the Sea of Data. The quantization caused by the Great Eruption? Like those bubble universe created by Earth's cocoon of finality? Oh, when the Earth's cocoon of finality destroyed the world? Aoi, look at your communicator! Unknown caller? Hello? Can you hear me? I think it's calling for pizza. It knows I'm hungry! Strangely, I'm disconnected. Who could it have been? If it's an enemy, surely they wouldn't be around the bush like this. Maybe the unique nature of the space prevents stable communication with the outside world. It would appear all we can do is move on and wait for further contact from them. If only it was someone you knew. As for now, I'll have to wait a little longer. Perhaps Coralie the Almighty Dark Lord can help us in this matter. Ooh! These swapping animations are, is that a drone back there? It's a personal portable warning device called Cambrian 4534. Besides warning functionality, it can also act as signal relay. Otherwise, you have to put your pride aside and hoist the communicator over your head to amp the signal. Oops, daisy. Didn't happen. I have no idea what anyone's talking about me falling to my death. This feels like a boss is going to come out or an enemy is going to come out. Oh, hello. Okay, so just generic overworlds instead of them spawning in, which is nice. What is going on? What is going on? Let's just time all up real quick. That move there seems like it'll be out in a fighting game, I'm gonna be real. These things have quite a high defense to them, don't they? Let's see what hers is. I can just send them in like that. So I have to keep reminding myself what each of these, each of the buttons are for the controller. It has been quite a while since I played. Like, especially on, PC. Because for the longest time, I was trying to connect. Nope, wrong one. Okay, I like that move, okay? I like the constant spinning. And I don't think anyone's gonna tell me otherwise on that one. I just wanted to show off. Oh. Are we gonna be able to... Sacred portals. Okay. Yeah, it's got, post-Honkai stories to it. Kind of a shame we never did get an ending to it. We got part 2, but we never got part 3. Unless part 3 is going to coalesce into this. It's that dog again! The dog again, of all places. There's so many more squid boys. Okay, that feels really nice to use as well. I'm gonna be real. Come here. Call you a Friday night because you're about to get hammered! I like this. Once again, it's one of the funniest art types, is small but dangerous. Especially with a giant ass hammer. We see it with Hook, with her giant ass gauntlet. Oh my god, her carrying that hammer is hilarious. Too bad. It got away again. That little thing has caused trouble for us time and time again. Next time I see it, I won't let it escape. From his perspective, maybe we're the ones causing trouble. I don't care. It started this. I don't care who started it. I'm gonna finish it. That's true, but our primary objective is still to escape this place, right? Of course. No, we're not escaping. We're breaking through. Huh? How come it's us? So this unidentified substance is also part of the quantum potential well? Yep. Based on the data we've measured so far, it's like a rubber plug of a bathtub, trapping us in this quantum space. In other words, we gotta find a way to pull it out, like draining a tub. That could be a risky move. If we continue with the tub analogy, we could end up like two rubber ducks struggling in the whirlpool. But we can't rely on the drone left in the base to dig us out of here either. Of course not, but looking at it from another perspective, at least people with quantum adaptability won't starve in the Sea of Quanta. We have plenty of time to think about our next course of action. Huh? It's scorching hot. Hot? Hold on. The instrument readings. What do you do to it? I didn't do anything. What on earth is this? I don't know what this image is, but it recorded what happened when we found you. The cube heated up first, then emitted a dazzling light, and after that, the two of you appeared, each occupying one half the cube, curled up inside like fetuses. So that's what it looked like from the outside. Too bad we weren't prepared, otherwise we could have captured it on camera. That's beside the point. Something happened not too long ago is being relayed by the Sea of Quanta right before our eyes. There's no way this is all one big coincidence. Could this also be part of the spatial anomaly? Obviously. And it's also connected to the two of you. One popped out from a stone, the other fell out from a dream. Based on that alone, I really don't know which one of you I should be more wary of. It's not really all that strange to pop out from stone. After all, this is the Sea of Data. Since she claims not to be the Senadina I saw in my dreams and doesn't have any memories before meeting us, couldn't one interpret the very definition of popping out of a stone? Someone manifesting out the Sea of Data without rhyme or reason may not be common, but it's not unheard of either. You're not being serious, are you? How should I put it? Am I not an example myself? Or rather, people like me, or her, who were originally born in the Sea of Data, are quite common in my homeland. Apart from knowing a few tidbits of common knowledge from the moment we open our eyes, we're not that different from ordinary folk. You mean like me being able to communicate with you via speech from the very beginning? Exactly. Aliens might have their automatic translation devices, but we don't have that kind of superpower. When you say it that way, the fact I know my name is Senna is already strange enough. But if we let our imagination run a little wild, maybe those holo projections appeared because of Aoi. Just like she said she saw me in her dream. Could it be that you have some kind of special ability related to the Sea of Data that allows you somehow to glimpse into the past or future? Even if that's true, it's okay. As long as we keep trying, we'll find out soon enough. Isn't that right, Cora? If you're referring to identifying the relationship between the energy gradients and supernatural phenomena, then yes, that's true. However, I don't believe that this so-called glimpse can help us in any substantial way. I'm more concerned about when Aoi's communicator will get back to normal. Well, it seems like Cora also acknowledges the role of Aoi, so without further ado, let's set off! Look at her run with a giant hammer. She has to literally arch her back. Bless her heart. Whoa. Wrong button. Who is that? that hollow projection again. Donig, are you still fixated on attempting to understand me? This is pointless. You're just a dog after all. Cities like this are everywhere. People outside want to come in, and people inside want to go out. Life itself is no exception. The Dark Night holds nothing. But why does it grant me solace? The winds of oblivion will eventually blow over everything, leaving only a boundless sky in its wake. Some create meaning within this, while others dissolve it. As for me, I merely seek balance. If all the stars plummet, I will learn to observe an empty sky and feel the solemnity of its crushing darkness. Who is this person, and why is he carrying that dog? How should I know? Wait, over there it's... What's going on? How's it going? Can you make contact? Shinsu? Huh? Do you know her? She is... Still no luck. Perhaps we try for other frequency bands? No. Based on the result of the on-site investigation, when she disappeared, she only had the portable version that communicated with her. Trying other frequency bands wouldn't help. From the last heartbeat signals from the communicator, we can infer that she could have only gone into the sea of data. But given this trend, if it's the depths of the sea of data, finding her were like finding a needle in a haystack. So that's who communicated with us, yeah? Huh? What's this peak? At 10:17:48, the sea system briefly connected through her communicator? Disappeared. Someone you know? It appears she's looking for you. Her name is Shen, my senior. We both study at the Sea of Data under the same teacher, though I'm still a newbie. Forget about it for now. What time is it on your communicator? 10:29. Why do you ask? Oh, the recent communication recorded said 10:17 a.m. Congratulations. You've caught up with the live stream in the Sea of Quanta. And if you're lucky enough, never mind. Let's just focus on the first step for now. The worst thing you can do is build up excessively high expectations. Oh, it's that dog again, sounding like one of the ghosts from Sonic Adventure 2, may I add. Ooh! One of the new creature types, Stardust type. So, Stardust types, or crystal types, you get so far through their health and they'll crystallize. When they crystallize, they take less damage. You have to destroy the crystal. I should have done it, but apparently not. I'm gonna smash this crystal right now. Ooh. Okay, it's broken. Oh, more of these guys. Well, I guess I have to, get the fuck down here! There we go. Oh wait, I can jump. Never mind. Again, I'm used to the original game where you couldn't jump unless you were inside post Honkai. Yeah, we can jump again now. You're not getting out of this one! Oh, watch it, you blockhead! Well, we died. There's once a saying, in the vast expanse of the universe, the wheel of destiny ceaselessly turns, ensnaring all existence within its grasp. Yet, the truth diverges. The wheel of destiny, grand and pure, remains untainted by mortal affairs. In reality, all things exist only within the penumbra? I know that P is meant to be penumbra, it might be a silent P, which it casts. Under most circumstances, these shadows suffice, unambiguous to the last detail, for they have to, unless, of course, some extraneous element forces its way in, giving the shadow of all the great wheel, the greatness that slaughters all, a chance. Just like this very moment. Did we unleash evil? I think we unleashed evil. Oh boy, we unleashed evil, didn't we? I'm covered in shadows. I am now a heartless. Fear me. Isn't that... What is it trying to do? Where is this place? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. We're sinking into the sea. The whole world is sinking. I saw it with my own eyes. Even if it's them. They couldn't. Sorry. But I can't say anything right now. Just keep your fear alive. Only then can the shadow let you survive here. Even if only temporary. So we're now experiencing a world that fell apart? I'm guessing? Can I run? A Senate and the others nearby? Can I run, please? Thank you. We'll experience fragments of this planet, probably. I've lost contact with my previous companions. I'm no fighter, so whatever I do, I can't let monsters detect me. Oh dear, it looks like trouble has found you. Who? How should I put it? Is this a change for the better? Or a deferral of doom? Who are you? What do you think, friend? Despite the meticulously polished appearance, this strange phantom had an air of opulence about it. Right now, everything was gloomy, dilapidated, and lifeless, except for the lurking monsters. It was hard to find any signs of life. However, when the girl was there, she felt she was in a busy street on a summer night, waiting for a friend who was running late. Oh no. You're not scared silly like the others, are you? How should I explain it? Some people think I'm a fraud, but that's only because they themselves are frauds. Some people think I'm crazy, because they're the crazy ones. But if I were to put it in my own words, I would say I'm a businesswoman. What do you want? Do you even need to ask? Obviously I can't be hitting on you. Playing the hero and risking the damsel in distress, eh? That could work too. But I can tell even at a glance that you, like me, aren't that shallow. Actually, I want to talk to you about some serious matters. Do you believe in fate, my friend? The kind that exists from the moment you're born, determines all factors of your life while you're alive, and won't change even a bit even after your death. Tell me, do you believe in it? I have no idea who you are or what you want. But if you really have nothing else to do, oh please. Do you feel that what I'm discussing right now is frivolous? Look behind you. Look. Right in front of your eyes. This is what I call fate. You probably have no idea why you ended up here, and yet you're destined to die here. This disaster in front of you is called the Great Eruption. Considering the skills she possessed, it was clear that silence was not the answer she was looking for. What is it with today? Why do I keep encountering people who treat their own lives so flippantly? A great opportunity has presented itself right in front of you. Opportunity? Sure, your luck isn't that great at the moment. However, you just so happen to come across someone who makes a living by peering into the secrets of heavens, and occasionally tweaking them a bit. So are you interested in letting me alter your destiny? What is she talking about? I want to know that too. Huh? These monsters, are they afraid? Seems you're more of the no-nonsense type, someone with a distaste for formalities. In that case, let me get straight to it and show you some samples. Esteemed guest, though I don't know your exact preferences, but I've always liked places with a little bit of hustle and bustle. The morning clouds did not return to the mountains, leading to the days of torrential rain that flooded the land. The fox's white fur is enough to ward off the cold, but what of those without clothes? How would they endure the harsh winter? This looks exactly like what the person held earlier. Did I just have another dream? Or is this a dream within a dream? Or perhaps... The Gadget Shadow Major. You attained something quite remarkable in your first arrival. Check out the gadgets. You attained right. Okay. Activating it will increase it. Tap on it to try it out. It's activated. Oh, it's so frustrating. Why is this place crawling with monsters without a single soul in sight? That voice. Senna? All I can do is try my luck. Astral ring, right? Since you're sent by another me, then be a good sport and send one of the astral ops to me. Anyone will do. Anyone? But you only have one astral op right now. It's me. I am the astral op. So that's cool. These the astral ops replace the elves system, which I can vibe with. Though I hope they still do some elves as well. That's cute. She rides on the yo-yos for her dodge. Phew, finally all cleared up. Aoi, are you doing alright? I'm all good. Things did get a little hairy back there, but I got lucky and was saved by a total stranger. A total stranger? Yeah, like these monsters, she was adept at moving in the shadows. She saved my life and then vanished into thin air. Sounds more like my kind. Speaking of which, you haven't come across Cora and the others since you fell into this place, have you? No, I haven't. Me neither. I haven't ventured out of the monster heat the entire time, and I'm here. It's a good thing you came here and spread some good luck around. It seems that when we passed through that black substance, we got completely separated. Scattered. Separated. Same thing. Yeah, so what exactly is that, and what's going on with us now? This place looks really eerie. It's so different from what I imagined. And what have you imagined? I figured there'd be at least some locals hanging around. You know, lining up to greet us, for a grand fair, or a sumptuous feast? And then they realize that we're actually a unique species and end up worshipping us as gods or something. Wait, don't tell me this is your hometown. Definitely not. Thought so. Still, this place does seem oddly familiar. It feels like I'm seeing those houses my grandparents used to talk about with their own eyes. Houses that have already been torn down. Something like that, I suppose. After all, I wasn't born from my mother's womb. If that's the case, as long as your intuition is right. The girl suddenly stopped in her tracks and looked around, checking for any strange sounds. As long as your intuition is right, then we're safe for the time being, right? After all, this is where your grandparents used to shack up, so there shouldn't be anything too nasty in store for us. I was being metaphorical. I'm not even sure if this is another one of my dreams. An actual quantum space, or even another world. Since I'm here, it must be some kind of reality. Otherwise, you shouldn't have seen that other version of me. Come to think of it, I really want to meet her. Hopefully there'll be a chance in the future. I've got plenty of questions I'd like to ask her myself. Oh right, what about your communicator from earlier? Still no responses? Nope. I see. Looks like that's the only way, huh? Let's go find Helia and Coralie ourselves. When you're in an unfamiliar territory, it's always best to find your own people and stick together. Alright, if we cross paths with that mysterious person who saved you, we'll have to thank her properly. You're right. Great minds think alike. There's no time to waste. I scoped it out earlier, and there's only one road nearby that leads outside. That's the move. Gosh darn it, I did it again. I'm used to the one that's now Alt being the interact key. Okay. Dimensional beacon. Ooh. By the way, what about that dog? It brought us here and then vanished. After it arrived, it gave me a short glance and then took off. But judging from its behavior when it opened that rift, I'd say it's coming off more like us breaking in. That's only because it made the first move. I want to make sure I've got as many others as need be. Was it the same just now? Yeah, with our bum luck, there's always something coming our way. How about we try running away this time? Good grief. What is the deal with today? It's been a good 100 years since we last had a visit from an outsider. Let me think. Is this a change for the better? Or a deferral of doom? It's her. What, you know her? Wait, is she the one who saved you before? Yeah, these monsters are probably small potatoes for her. That savior of yours seems to be stepping back. And now she's running. And getting further away. Maybe it's a special battle tactic? Hey, stop standing there! If we don't run now, it'll be too late! Stick close to me! I mean, I could take him. Okay. Stay close. Today's a special day. And those creatures are more troublesome than usual. Don't let them catch up. Shouldn't you be able to wipe them all out with a flick of your wrists? That was a long time ago. Do you normally have a tendency to daydream? Okay, I'll do the explanation another time. Are they even coming? Alright. We're safe here. You ran all that way without breaking a sweat? Your stamina is admirable. The roads of Lanchi are getting tough to walk. Even I have a hard time. Fortune favors me. Just let me catch my breath. Okay, you do that, but who exactly are you? It appears you're still clueless. Right, I didn't have a time to introduce myself earlier. People call me Song. I live nearby, on Amber Street. Could you say something? You're starting to weird me out. Hey, don't overthink it. I wonder what happened to her today. Seeing people in her dreams actually before meeting them? When she saw me, she had the same realization. Aoi recounted the past events which had transpired. The morning clouds did not return to the mountains, leading to days of torrential rain that flooded the land. The fox's white fur is enough to ward off the cold. But what of those without the clothes? How could they endure the harsh winter? The world is truly marvelous. To be honest, that's a line I found in an ancient book over 100 years ago. I haven't mentioned it since I stopped interacting with outsiders. But time's not a major issue compared to that. One of you, with the utmost confidence, claims to have sprung out of a rock not too long ago. Meanwhile, the other proclaims that you had a dream where she followed a dog from a bustling city to this backwards place. I must say, you two are quite special. But it's of little importance, for we have always embraced the chaos. After all, even yesterday we were chasing... Wait a minute. This dog you mentioned, what did it look like? Did it have two tails? Now you mention it. It did actually. Why do you ask? Well... But no one could have touched that thing. Even if Donick wanted to, it wouldn't be possible. Donick? It's nothing. We did lose a pet around here. But you see, whenever it manifests in front of people, it always appears unusual to them. I'm afraid it's not the same as what you've seen. That's rather suspicious. We do have some secrets around here. So what's your plan now? Are you still going to look for your missing friends? Of course. Since you're a local, maybe we can help each other out. We have someone who acquired godly powers from a dream, someone who came from nowhere, but fights really well, someone with strange ears who's acknowledgeable in a stranger field, and an even extraterrestrial who may seem ordinary at first glance, but is surprisingly active. Wow, just let him know everything, why don't you? When you think about it, you're pretty lucky to have made our acquaintances. Oh. Ensuring their safety is indeed the top priority. However, after that, if everything goes smoothly, I want to return to Oxia as soon as possible. According to the holo projection from the Sea of Data, I'm considered missing over there, and I'm sure everyone is worried. Helping you find your friends is doable, but helping you get back will be a bit tricky. I don't mean to scare you, but no one's ever been able to leave this place or enter it of their own volition. Well, you've seen how strong my yearning for adventure is. How can you expect me to sit in one place for 100 years? This place is dry as dirt. You said that no one can enter. But if that's true, how did we end up here? Your arrival here is indeed unexpected. But if we were to explain what makes so unexpected, that would take quite some time. In any case, the existence of this place is meant to be kept to us, meant to keep certain things from getting out and prevent some things from getting in. I mean those dark shadows you encountering repeatedly. Why, they were shadows and what they came for. That's also a long story. We'd better find a safe place before we discuss in detail. As I'm sure you noticed along the way here, this area is quite desolate. As the saying goes, where there's a will, there's a way. And spending time sharpening an axe will save time chopping wood later. Once I'm back to Amber Street, I'll make sure to inquire about the whereabouts of your friends. Amber Street? It's probably the only place around here with a pulse. It makes sense to start asking around in a crowded place. Seems like we've reached an agreement. By the way, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Senadina, but you can call me Senna. Got it. What about you, my friend? Just call me Aoi. Delighted to make your acquaintance. Oh, come off it. Why are you being so polite all of a sudden? I'm actually looking forward to meeting more outsiders like you. She casually squatted down, staring inquisitively at the dark shadows not far away. This place has always been dreadfully dull. The only thing we have that's out of the ordinary are these inexplainable shadows. Then again, if you look at it from another perspective, maybe they're actually itself. Lanku. Shadows. Does that mean... Alright, don't overthink it. If you're really curious about these shadows, I'll take you on a little detour to broaden the horizons. Despite their complicated origins, they're relatively simple in other ways. Let's get going. Huh? The girl tried to stand up, but instead swayed cautiously for seconds before returning to her previous position. Thoroughly frustrated. What is it? Sorry, my legs fell asleep. Can you help me up? Are you becoming a shadow? How strange. Am I getting old? We take extra precaution against osteoporosis. I don't think it's quite time for all that yet. Accidents happen from time to time. Anyway, let's get going. Oh, exit, guys. Sorry about that, guys. That's my phrase, how dare you? Look, you see that? Its full name is 7 Posts of Transfixing Shadow. But don't get confused by all that. Basically, they're just a bunch of big old nails, and people just call them 7 nails for... Okay, so... Wait, hang on, 7 nails. 7 Archons, right? I think there's 7 Archons. So it's the number of 7. But are we right now playing Earthbound? Nails in the ground? Nails? Are they really used for pinning shadows to the ground? You could say that, but more importantly, we harness the power of the shadows to pin down the entire world. Do you remember the Great Eruption I mentioned earlier? That happened over 100 years ago. In the simplest term, the whole world we knew became bubbles and shadows of its former self overnight. That meant some places have more bubbles, whereas some places have more shadows. You can probably guess where I'm going with this. That's right. Since we have more shadows than anything else, we have to make good use of them and protect the familiar way of life in other worlds. In other words, defying fate and changing destiny. So, what's the deal with this place exactly? Huh? Didn't I already cover that? The Great Eruption was going to destroy the entire world. But the people refused to accept that, so he used the power of shadows to defy fate. So this world's gonna die when we're done with it. But we still don't understand what this bubble universe is about. Wait, we're actually in a bubble universe, right? I see. Are you a student? Don't underestimate the people who live here on Amber Street. Even though we've been trapped for like over 100 years, we still have some memories of what the world used to be like. There used to be people called students, right? They would go to a place called school every day. So that various kind of teachers could answer their questions. Those people were relentless in their pursuit of knowledge. Like, why a year has 18 months, and a month has 37 days? How come there's a month with 38 days? Or why clocks move clockwise instead of counterclockwise? The list goes on. Now that you mention it, Ari does seem to be enjoying asking questions, so... Professor Song, can you explain to us what you meant when you talk about defying fate and changing destiny? I've already covered this. It's about resisting the Great Eruption, which is a cataclysmic event that would eliminate everything in the world. Luckily, the shadows are particularly skilled at creating something out of nothing. It's not technically accurate, but you don't look like you know anything about the relationship between shadows and vessels. Well, as the saying goes, seeing is believing. Help, I don't want to die. What on earth? And normally one wants to merge. Okay. So this is our over-the-map combat scenario things, I'm guessing? Hey, do me a favor and stop climbing on each other like Goombas. I'm not into this Goomba shit. I tried to dodge it. I missed, but I tried. Get down from there! I just realized she's biting the actual string when she does that. There's the combat jingle, the victory jingle. Nice. So, turns out, as you can see here, we're both Astral OPs, me and Song. Or Aoi and Song. I can run with that. Well done! Here, let me borrow this thing you found from who knows where. All the shadows and great... Heed my command! Well, the gadget isn't gonna change. That's it. The gadget Shadow Remnant. Okay. Wiccans within the gadget's field will attack enemies. Okay, we'll level that up just a bit. You want to explain what the hell just happened? How about it? Do you feel a little stronger? Should I say yes or no? Well, there must be some improvement. After all, everything here is closely tied to the shadows. It's a bit complicated to explain in detail, but as the saying goes, better late than never. Today happens to be the day of the great fear gathering. Fear gathering? Fear catering? It's fear gathering. Although I can understand why you misheard it. As I mentioned earlier, you can't beat an equivalent exchange, and the fear gathering is a way we do business with the shadows. Doing business with the shadows? Can shadows actually communicate like people? As I said before, seeing is believing, so stop guessing. However, if you want to do what we do, then don't hold back. As the saying goes, bigger is always better, and when it comes to friends, the more the merrier. Is that really how the saying goes? Beats me, but my master is always rattling them off regardless. Don't you come chime in now. What I was going to say was, it's thanks to these nails, this place is intact today, and hasn't been turned to undersea ruin, so regular maintenance is crucial. Undersea ruins? Are you referring to the Sea of Data? So you're aware of that. As the name 7 Post-Transfixing Shell suggests, there are a total of 7 nails. For over 100 years, we've been inspecting them on a daily basis. When we find one needs maintenance, we summon the artifacts to help. But whether it's be coincidence or otherwise, you, an outsider who just arrived, happen to pick up something immensely valuable. It's the treasure I borrowed from you earlier. Long time no see, old friend. This time, you'll be with new companions. Is it a very valuable thing? Not really. Rather than calling an artifact, it's more like an exoskeleton. It used to be my companion, helping us take care of this world decades ago, but it led to the depletion of its energy. Okay, it's going too quick. So I buried it in the shadows, hoping that one day it would be resurrected and work with us once again. Shouldn't we return it to you then? It was an important companion to you, wasn't it? No, while it's important, I've witnessed hundreds of others just like it. For all these years, I've simply been using whichever one works best. It's just that I don't happen to have one with me right now. And since fate has bestowed you with your own, then this place has 2 guardians now. This is a magnificent opportunity, so let's not be modest, okay? Hold on. All this task is to convince us to run errands for you? You mustn't put it that way. Of course there'll be rewards for your efforts, especially here. We believe in equivalent exchange. Here, let me make a list of rewards for you to look at. Give me a second. Oh, give me a second. Make sure that... Yeah, okay. I'm just checking something out. Oh, that's cool. So I was just checking some bits out quickly. Whoa! Hey, we're almost at almost at the next level for this. Of course, in between, I will sit. I will sit and I will look at these maps and everything. And I can work on maps and whatnot. I just love the combat in this game. I swear, it is so just... It feels so good. I love combat games where you just... Bip bap bada bap bim. Press a bomb. Ah. So I will have to advance the story before I can unlock everything, but hey, that's not too bad. Ooh, a puzzle. Do I have to do it by mouse? This has to go to here, this has to go to here, and I can go down here. Love those puzzles. Absolutely adore them. Oh, what do we have here? Honestly, don't tell me this is gonna like explode. Unstable platform. What is it gonna like? Oh god! Ah! Huh? Something's going on up ahead. Who are they? Gonna jump? Whoa, that is a unique design for an NPC. Be my guest. If you want to end your life as a splatter mark. Wait, this is... Hey, what are they... Aoi, can we handle this? Don't worry about them. What are you talking about? We can't just ignore this. Listen to me just this once. If we intervene, we might ruin their little deal. If we do that, we'll become someone's jumping. If you still have doubts, just see for yourself. This should be enough, right? At least enough until the next fear gathering. See? What did I tell you? This might seem strange to outsiders, but I suppose you could see considered simple folk custom here. What exactly is going on here? Is this some kind of idiocracy you people have in these parts? Of course not. We just witnessed it. What we just witnessed is how they go about their lives. When people are struggling to make a living, they always look strange and they always look so strange and miserable. What's so unusual about that? I imagine it's much the same as other places without shadows. Although, I don't have much experience. I can feel this is a sensitive topic. Is your home time also like this, Aoi? Do you have frequently do things you don't like or are afraid to in order to make a living? Hard to say. Oxia City has a universe welfare system, but you wouldn't go so far as to say you can have whatever you want. Then again, those two from earlier, it felt like they had some kind of death wish. How about that? That's my bad. I've built up too much suspense. As I mentioned before, shadows are best at creating something out of nothing, and we logos also engage in equivalent exchanges with them. No kidding. Oh! Does that mean you also have to create something out of nothing? You're a quick one. If one day I can't make ends meet, I'll team up with you, and we'll see if we can make a street performance duo. But since this is about equivalent exchange, what exactly do you use to trade with them? The two people we saw just did nothing and got nothing in return. Yes, but they were afraid. What does that prove? The logic's pretty simple. What could they use to do business with the shadows was their own fear, right? Bingo. So they use their own fear as a bargaining chip. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the principle behind this? Although the seed of data can somehow turn fiction to reality, it's not a wish granter. And why of all things, do the shadows require fear? Well, I can't explain it either. We all know that fire can be used for cooking, but none of us can really explain what fire actually is. Indeed. Not all flames are plasma. Seems like there's a unique rule in this world. That is, well, and truly unheard of. I guess my understanding of Sea of Data is still rather limited. Or Data, Data, whatever you want to say. Don't get angry. Just say whichever one you want to say. Although its illogical nature actually makes it easier for me to grasp. If you think about it, it's a bit nightmarish, don't you think? To have to constantly live in fear in order to get by? Isn't it the same everywhere? Even in an era before the Great Eruption, before this place was split, it wasn't easy for people to get what they wanted. No pain, no gain, as they say. Isn't the occasional wave of fear and anxiety a decent price to pay for a better life? Having said that, I would certainly prefer getting things without having to work for them. Split? Strange how these words always sound so familiar when I hear them. Where are they from? That's it. You mentioned how last time you saw an outsider was over 100 years ago. You're trying to say that you're hundreds of years old, are you? I'm not particularly insistent on that point. I'm fine with being 16. There you go, guys. Internet, wake up. She just said she's 16. Although she's technically over 100, she goes off as 16. Wake up, Internet. Don't you dare. That's a flexible age range. No one I've ever inquired about my age. Even if I've lived for 1,000 years, I'm forever 16 in my mind. Why are you bringing all this up all of a sudden? I thought you were used to it by now. Although it is weird to think characters with that kind of model is 16. I always thought they were older. But hey, I'm not going to complain. I know Kiara's like in her 20s by the end. So does that mean I've entered a world where people have conquered death? Not exactly. Maybe you're just lucky to have met me. Don't be fooled by my lack of abilities at the moment. In this small world, I'm a rare species. Of course, one could also say I just hold more fear than they do. But we're getting off track. Amber Street is up ahead. We mustn't linger in this wilderness for too long, so how about it, everyone? Shall we press on? I should really get some water. Meanwhile, in the dark room, though in measurable numbers, all those who have set foot in the dark space would concede that it was cramped, oppressive, and exuded an ancient sort of putrefaction. But it was precisely in this kind of place that people often developed the illusion that they were confronting the abyss. Just as someone in a certain civilization once said, "Though I am confined within a nutshell, I regard myself as the king of infinite space. The shadows cast by the wheel of fortune might be displaced by the light, but they would never be reduced to nothingness for no reason." She didn't awake from a long slumber, on the contrary. She had enjoyed an eternal sobriety. Having spent an eternity in this state, what was once called a reality had now become still waters for the tendrils that consume her perception. All this time, she had been sitting here, waiting to hear the sounds of a certain object shattering beyond repair, but at this moment, a faint glimmer unexpectedly reached the depth of the dark, deep lake that was her heart. Oh, very good. What was that voice? Who are you? Muttering vague words of approval, the figure in the shadows remained wrapped in distant memories. I thought that what I had to do was extremely simple, something not even worth pondering over. But perhaps, in this world, there's a chance to make the real stars lower their heads and then stand shoulder to shoulder with the gods. However, before deciding to change her strategy, she had to find a reason, or some kind to motivate herself. After a long while, I got it. That is a deep, deep voice. welcome to Amber Street. Give me 1 second, sorry. Okay, there's apparently still quite a bit of the story. I think I need to call it here with the story, maybe. I don't know. Or we could call it a split and keep going. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll call a split here, guys. So, I'll see you guys watching this as a video in the next episode. Thank you for those on stream. Yeah, I'm afraid we're going to have to go through the cringe again. But until next time, guys, Contributor Arcadia Network on the video, logging off.